At this point, we're probably in video overload, but I think it's better to explain it to you through visuals rather than just trying to take you through it. So now we have started Unit 2, which is all about analyzing text using literary lenses. It will be really important to possibly watch these videos or go in the daily agenda for the beginning of Unit 2, as there's a lot of resources that can help you understand the content. Essentially, what's happening in Unit 2 is that you are going to be given short stories and poetry in which you're going to apply literary lenses to understand those stories from different perspectives. Throughout Activity 2, and I'm just going to go from here into content. Throughout all of Unit 2 in 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, 2.3 is where you're going to have your assessed piece. And in 2.1 and 2.2, you're actually going to have opportunities in which to hand in bonus assignments. What I have done as we go through this information, what I have done is when you have those opportunities in which to participate and write your own analysis, is that I've actually just included them as your practice and bonus assignment. So you can hand in any of the literary lens analysis into this one as the practice or bonus, and then you'll see 2.3, the evaluated piece here. These, just like these assignments right up here that I'll be going through this week and marking, provide you with an opportunity in which to both practice, get feedback, but also bump up that mark. So let's look at what exactly we're being asked to do. So in Unit 2, Activity 1, you're going to be taken through a lot of information about literary lenses. And this is important information. In the agenda on content, there's a lot more information in there. Just to give you, here is the agenda for the next couple of days. There is a video that I have made with a slideshow that I've made where I explain that slideshow. And then I also apply Hamlet to those literary theories so in the video as well, so that you can see not only what are these theories, but how are they used in order to analyze Hamlet or to look at it from different perspectives. Then you're going to be asked to go through and you can use and practice the idea of writing an analysis using these different lenses. So I've included the organizer and the exemplars of a written analysis using the lenses so that you can use this to be able to know what to write. And I realize I'm bouncing all over the place here. So let's go in here. And after going through all the lenses in Unit 2, Activity 1, as we scroll down here, it gives us a story. It gives us questions as explained in the literary lens information. And it talks about psychology and the psychological lens. And then what we're going to do is take that information and apply it in a discussion. And then we have the opportunity in which to look at an example of taking that lens, applying it to the story of mirror image, and then what that looks like. So throughout 2.1, lower down here, you'll have the option of writing your own and handing those in. The same goes for 2.2, where you're going to have the opportunity to read stories and to apply different theories. There's the story of plight. And then you have the opportunity to write that bonus assignment that you can hand in right here for feedback and for bonus marks right there. So for those of you who are interested in practicing this going up to where you will be doing one for a poem. You'll be applying a literary lens. You'll be writing a poem analysis. What does that look like? So I've created this document that you'll find in the news feed, and you'll actually find it in the agenda as well. That what I've done is I've created a little organizer as to what you should do in each of the parts. So this is the exemplar. So I've got the written exemplars down below that you can read through so you can see what it looks like, how it reads. And this is essentially just how it's organized. So the first little bit is all about the introduction. You're going to identify the story or poem that you've read. You're going to summarize briefly the story, and you're going to identify the purpose of this story or what you're going to be examining. The second part is you're going to identify key details of the story that you're going to use in your analysis. The third part is you're going to identify the questions from the lens. So there's questions for each of them, and those are in the slideshow. They're also in content for Unit 2, Activity 1. You're going to take those questions and you're going to apply them to the story to help you explain key concepts from those questions and the application of the lens in there. And then the last part is to conclude the key concepts and findings and then outline some of the advantages and disadvantages of examining this story from that lens. So these are the 4 parts of your analysis, and what you have down below is you can actually go through and read how they contain most of those. The first one is from content. So this is the content written right in the content. It's one of the drop-down boxes. And then these 2 are student examples. So these are written by students that I wanted you to be able to see how they took these key parts and then wrote it into their analysis. So this is essentially what you're going to complete for Unit 2, Activity 3, your analyzed poem here, a written analysis here, and then throughout 2.1 and 2.2, here is your practice where you can have the opportunity to get feedback, but you can also get bonus marks for completing those. So you can practice them up until you get here. So I hope just by going through there and explaining what this document is, and where you can find it. So you will actually, if I go to the course home, I've updated it here, and I've also put it in the daily agenda so that you can see the organizer in which to write an analysis using literary lenses.